Hello students and welcome back again. And in this video, we're going to talk about what we call tuples here. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time on tuples because I spent a lot of time explaining what a list is. A list, tuples, set, dictionary, they are all data types. And it actually follows the same routine or format, okay? Because, but there are little bit changes. That is what I'm going to emphasize on. Now, let me clear this, but I will leave a little bit of fruit in this. Yeah, so we'll still create a fruit. But you see, in the list, we use what we call the square bracket, this one. But to create a tuple, we don't use this. We use what? The parenthesis, which is this, which is what? The bracket. Okay? When you see this, it means it's what? A tuple. Okay? Now, one thing you should know that tuples allow duplicates, they allow ordering, but they are unchangeable. I will show you why. Let's create a list of fruit, like a tuple of fruit. First, we said a list. Don't try to confuse us here. So this is a tuple. The first one was a list. So tuple of banana. And let's say what? Apple. Perfect. Now, imagine I want to do or add another fruit to it, which mostly in the list we can say this fruit dot, let's say remove. Now you could see we don't have that method here to be able to add, to update, or do all this kind of thing as we did in list. All we could do is maybe index, which I told you like is in ordered. So we can use the index to index because it contains a lot of let's see fruits in this tuple. It can be ordered as index because mostly in computer programming, as I told you, we index from 0 to 1. So it takes this index of 0, this index of 1. But those methods like delete, remove, update, you can't find that as a method in tuple. That is why mostly we say tuple are unchangeable or immutable. Okay. So this is a tuple, and now we can print our tuple out as the fruit. Now when we run this, okay, there was a mistake. Let me try to fix it. Yeah, we just get what? Banana and what? Apple. We can also what? Check for the length of what items in this tuple, which is the same thing like how we did in the list when we are talking about it. But we can also what? Access items in this tuple. It's the same thing. Just all you need to do is, let's see, print the fruit. And if you want only the first one, this is 0, so we want apple. We just put a square bracket here to index it. Then it's going to print apple for us on the screen. So this is actually how tuples all work. That is how we access items from what a tuple. But what of if I want to do something to the list of fruits in this tuple? As I told you, it's unchangeable. Okay, we can't change anything. You know, when I type this fruit dot, I didn't see any methods to be able to change, to append, or to do all those stuff. But there's a trick here I'm going to show you. If you want to add something to this, the first thing is to convert this tuple variable into a list. Then after that, you can be able to update. So this is the fruit containing this. So what I'm going to do now is I'll create another variable called y. Then in y, what I'm going to do is to use the list function, okay? Then I'll pass in what the fruit into the list function. Now, because I've been able to pass this, now what I can do is I want to update this. I'll change this now. First, it's unchangeable because that is tuple. He's the boss. You can't change him, yeah? But any boss will have some, kind of loopholes, okay? So what I did is I created the variable and I used the list function to access all the fruit here in this variable, okay? Then now this is what I'm going to do. Now y, I want to access an index. Let's say 1, which is y with the fruit, which is index of 1, which is this apple. Then now I want to assign it to, let's say, kiwi, which is another fruit, okay? And now x, which is what? Let's say the fruits will now be equal to tuple of y. Now let's print the fruit. Control R. Now you see we have what? Kiwi being printed here because we are accessing the index of 1, which also to be this. Now we will use list to be able to access what we did here. Okay, so this is actually how you can use what, because y as index of 1 is representing this, and we use y as what? The main variable, and use the list function to access what is in this tuple, which is the fruit variable. Then we wanted to access index of 1, which is here 0, this is 1, and we assign kiwi to it. So now it will not be what? Apple, it's rather what? Kiwi. Then we use this to convert what? The tuple, using the tuple function SF to what? Pull in what is stored what in y, which is what? Kiwi, and we able to what? Print the fruit because we access 1, that's why it's so we can type. Now you see we have banana and we have kiwi, so banana kiwi instead of banana apple. Okay, so you see how we've used this using the list function to access this. So now you see how we'll be able to crack ourselves around this to be able to access and update. So this is how mostly hackers are very smart in this. When you have a code and you don't have serious functions within it, they try to watch through the functions you've created and try to move around, trying their best to be able to access maybe the main class of your function and be able to modify it and to suit their own, and they'll be able to run their targets or everything they want to. So always, as I told you, there's nothing secure in this world. And since there are programmers programming, there are also programmers also programming to find solutions throughout this. So there was a tuple which always stated that it's unchangeable, but we just use a trick, creating a variable using the list function to access the fruit variable. Now, because in list you can change stuff in list, that's why I spend time to explain it to you. So we've used the list function to access it. Then now we assign an index because we wanted to change index of 1. We could have put this at 0. Let's say 0. and assign what purple to it. Exactly. Then the same thing, the fruit, which is what this variable, is equal to the tuple of y, because we want this tuple to get what the value of y in it. Then we print in about variable to c. So let's run the code again. Now it has changed from purple and apple. So that is how you can work around change a tuple which is trying to be what quite a bit what stubborn on you. Okay, so I'm going to show you something again for unpacking it. Now let's have this. So a tuple. Now how do you unpack this? To unpack this, all you need to do is make sure you have the same variable which has 1, 2 items. So now to unpack this, all you need to do is also create a tuple here. But this time you can use the native like a mixture. Let's say green and yellow and assign it to the fruits. And now when we print green and print yellow, let me try to comment this out. Perfect. Now let's try to run our code. Now we're able to match this to banana and yellow to apple. And this is what we call what unpacking in hot tuple by what allowing it to extract the value into what into the variable. Okay, so with this value, these two here, which is assigned to what the full variable, all you need to place, you can give it any name you want, then assign it back to what the full variable. So each is going to pick its individual. Okay, this is what we call what unpacking. But what if the number of variables is less than the number of values? Okay, we can add what asterisk to the variable name. So let's say we have let's add another fruit. Let's say kiwi here. Then we add another fruit, maybe strawberry. Okay. Now, when we add this, what we can do now is, let's say we add another values here. Okay, red. And now let's print red. Okay. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4. But look here, we have 1, 2, 3, which means these are not matching each other because these variables, which is this, are lesser than it. Are lesser than the number of values in these variables. Though it's assigned to this variable and it is also assigned to the same variable. So to be able to access and match up with this, what we call the asterisk at the last, it could be anywhere. Okay, let's use the asterisk. And now when you write with print, this is what I'm going to do. First is green, yellow, which is this and this, and asterisk red is going to pick all the rest and print it out, as you can see here in the list for you. I hope it's clear. So this is how we unpack tuples. Okay, so If you want to also join, it's the same thing like the way we did in the list. I don't want to make this video long, okay? Because it's kind of the same thing. All you need to do is to create another tuple. Let's see the numbers or the num. Then all you need to do is another tuple. Yeah. So 1, 2, and 3. Perfect. So you just add these two together. Let's create something. For now again. Then finally we just say the fruit. Yes, concatenate. Then okay. Then all we do is to print. What are we printing? The final. And let's run our code. What indentation error unexpected in the link is a file. Main line 4. So you see when you are coding, this is very important. I will show you how to solve errors in our coming videos, but since you are coding, you experience errors as a programmer, you need to be able to read and know where the error is. So see what file this, which is main.py, where we are coding, line 4. And let's not 1, 2, 3, 4. So the problem is that that's why there's a red sign here. And look here, you see what the problem is here, and it's what an indentation. Look at here, this, and look at how this is silent. So you just move it back. Perfect. And now arrow is when you run, it has been able to what? Sorry. So this is everything about our tuple. As I told you, tuple has only 2 methods, which are the index of or how to count items here, but it doesn't have method of changing, updating, and so. But if you want to work around, you first need to convert a tuple to a list and try to work around that. Hope you've gotten good information on how to do this and how to work around tuple when they are unchangeable. I've given you a lot of tips in the video. Hope you've learned something, and I know you are going to be good after here to be a good programmer, okay? And know other tips and tricks. Thank you for your time and have a good morning. I'm your instructor from Learn. See you in the next video. Okay? Take care.